Hi, I'm Alex from RTINGS.com. Today we'll be doing a review of the Amazon Fire TV 4 series. We'll be evaluating it on our standardized test bench to see how it performs and if you should buy it. We bought and tested the 55-inch model, and we expect the other sizes to perform similarly. This is a new entry-level TV from Amazon directly, so let's dive right in and see if it's worth considering. The Amazon Fire TV 4 series has a pretty standard design. There isn't any cable management on it, and the stand only has one wide set position. If you have a soundbar, you shouldn't have an issue placing it in front of the TV. The inputs are directed out the side, and the 4 HDMI 2.0 ports allow you to connect a variety of devices. One of the ports also supports eARC, or Enhanced Audio Return Channel, that you can connect to your receiver or soundbar to play sound from the TV through your external speakers. The back of the TV fits the VESA mount standard, so you can wall mount it for a cleaner look, but it's a bit thick, so it will stick out a bit. The build quality of the TV is decent for an entry-level TV. It's made of plastic and does feel a bit cheap since it makes a cracking sound and flexes easily when moving it. Overall, it just isn't very solid feeling. Now, onto our test results, and we'll start with the contrast. A high contrast ratio results in deep, dark scenes, which is good if you want to watch movies in a dark room, like a home theater environment. This TV performs well with a VA-type panel, so dark scenes appear deep and detailed. Local dimming is a feature to further improve dark scenes for a better movie watching experience. The Amazon Fire TV 4 series does not have a local dimming feature. On the other hand, if you want to use the TV in a bright room, then a high peak brightness is important to overcome glare. Unfortunately, the Amazon Fire TV 4 series does not get bright enough for HDR content. You won't get a nice bright popping image with this TV. It'll work decent enough for SDR content, but it still won't have that bright image you might be looking for. Also important for a bright room is good reflection handling. You can see that this TV handles reflections alright, but the intensity isn't significantly reduced, so it isn't the best choice for a room with lots of light, or you'll end up struggling to see dark scenes. If you've got a wide seating arrangement, or like to watch TV with family and friends, then good viewing angles help to ensure no one's left out with washed out colors or crushed details. Unfortunately, on this TV, the image quality drops dramatically when viewed off angle, so the image is really only best from directly in front. An overall uniform screen brightness and color is important when watching sports or playing video games to avoid the appearance of clouding, known as the dirty screen effect. This does vary between units, but we expect the Amazon Fire TV 4 series we bought to be about typical. It's decent on our scoring, but the image is a bit worse than you might expect. There's noticeable darkening at the corners and along the top edge, and you can definitely see some lines. If you watch a lot of sports, this can be distracting on the field. In really dark scenes, the black uniformity isn't much better, with a brighter spot on the right side of the image. Depending on what you're looking at, it may not be noticeable. A lot of people care that a TV has good colors. In the case of this Amazon Fire TV 4 series, the TV cannot display deep saturated greens, reds, and blues. The tone mapping isn't great either, so unfortunately, this TV wouldn't be a good choice to watch HDR content if you like a more saturated and vibrant image. Unfortunately, this TV does not have a method of calibration, so what you see is what you get. Some TVs struggle to display smooth gradients, so when watching a movie with a sunset, some banding can be visible. In the case of this TV though, it could be an issue. The gradient performance isn't very good. There's a feature called Gradation Clear, but you'll have to set it to high to help out with the gradient processing, and that could introduce loss of finer details. The performance is better when displaying native 4K 10-bit content though. When playing video games, a fast response time is important for the clearest image without any distracting blur. The Amazon Fire TV 4 series has an okay response time overall. You're likely to see some smearing or blurring in movement. If you look closely at this moving photo taken on the TV, you'll also notice some duplication of the logo. This is because the TV flickers below 100% brightness, but overall, it shouldn't really be noticeable. A low input lag is also important for a responsive feel when playing video games, and thankfully, this TV is great in this regard. It only has a 60Hz panel though, so for extremely smooth and responsive higher refresh rate gaming, it isn't a good choice. Speaking of gaming, this TV supports all of the common signals up to 60Hz, which is fine for casual gamers, but for a more responsive experience with a new Xbox or PS5, it isn't the best choice. It doesn't support variable refresh rates, so you may experience tearing during gameplay. Amazon uses Fire TV as their smart platform. It's similar to the Toshiba Fire TV OS, but a bit more updated and fine-tuned. It's relatively easy to use and feels smooth when navigating through the menus. It's got all the most popular apps, so it shouldn't be an issue. However, there are ads and suggested content that you cannot disable, so unfortunately, you'll have to live with those. The sound of this TV isn't good, and a bit worse than many of our other TVs. It would definitely be improved with a speaker or soundbar. So this brings us to the main question: should you buy this TV? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. The TV is very basic and low end, but it's also very cheap. If you're looking for a TV that you just want to throw into a room, it doesn't really get much cheaper than this. It'll do the job. But if you're looking for a budget option as a more main setup, the Hisense U6G would do the job at a higher price. It has a local dimming feature to improve the contrast, and it gets brighter with better colors. Out-of-the-box color accuracy is also much better. In general, it's just a superior TV for a bit of a price jump. It just doesn't get much cheaper than the Amazon Fire TV 4 series.